on to the next topic, or getting our chat on with predictions coming up for the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
I know you had some stuff that you was thinking about as well as I did too, and Jay. We all get the chance to watch at different times. We done had Raw on Netflix, and we done had SmackDown. We done probably went through two shows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Start of the year, so we done had 2 Raws, 2 SmackDowns, and 2 NXTs. So just so far, what have you liked? Being able to watch work and stuff. What have you know what I mean? Same for you too, Jay. Like what y'all have liked so far. You know what I mean?
I liked SmackDown. For years after they did the brand split, it seemed like SmackDown was kind of the better show. But watching like highlights of the last 2, it really seemed like it was just a better show. Like I watched the Raws on Netflix, and I'm like, we talked about it a little bit before. It's like I'm just not that impressed with them. It just
still,
yeah. I mean, it just, I don't know. It. I know they're trying to present it as this like new Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
But it don't have that feel to it. It's like
it's
kind of the same. But SmackDown and NXT been killing it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, what about as far as like the production for Raw? Like, have you?
I do like the production.
I know you see the difference.
Yeah.
I know I see the difference as far as 1080 to 4K.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can see the difference, and no commercials.
The way they present it now, visually, I don't think it looks any better. It's like, wow, I'm impressed with the way it looks visually.
Yeah,
I like that. I like the mat on Raw is black.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
The in a way I could kind of do without the sponsorships, but I get it.
Me too.
But I get it. And the mat on SmackDown is blue.
Yeah.
The referees got new shirts. I like on both shows. I like that, and I'm like, yeah, it's a new. You can tell it's a new era, and it just kind of fits. It kind of works. I'm like visual wise, like, wow, man, I'm impressed. Like that looks great.
But you, Jay?
Yeah, I'm gonna say visually, me being a cameraman, I'm gonna say I give it a 10 out of 10.
Word up.
It's the whole I love when they walk through the parking lot and you see the cameraman kind of just panning away from them, or in the locker room they'll pan with the wrestlers and they'll follow behind them out to the ring. I like the little things like that, which most people might not catch. But like I said, me, I watch everything for like cinematography, just the angles, the lighting. I feel like they nailed that 10 out of 10. But as far as like the actual show, I would say the first Raw on Netflix felt like it had like a pay-per-view vibe to it. I would say that maybe it was because of the matches.
Mm-hmm.
But that was about it for me. Like you said earlier, it was just a regular Raw, but just with a little bit of oomph to it.
Mm-hmm.
But now that second one, that just felt like a regular USA Raw. It just wasn't nothing that was just, that. And what was the main event that night? That was Finn Balor
and Damian Priest.
I feel like they saved the show.
Yeah.
In my honest opinion. Because
yeah.
I'm sitting here and I'm just waiting for some type of pop. I'm just sitting here and it was just nothing just great about it until that match. That was a great match to me. And again, I agree with you guys. The SmackDown, they been on fire. NXT been on fire. So we gonna see, but Netflix, they gotta step it up though if they wanna make it their own. And I don't feel like it's a bad thing if they were to take a step back and bring in some more retro stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To go to the old Raw look. You know what I'm saying? I miss that. I feel like we don't have to have a retro Raw episode just to get that iconic, that look or whatever.
Right.
Bring back the metal guardrails. We ain't gotta do it every episode, but just bring that back sometime. That's just my take on that.
I feel that and agree. I agree with that big time. For me, one of my biggest things I liked was, how the commercials are more like commercials for the company.
Mm-hmm.
So, also, the way they have designed to where, okay, if you didn't get to see the storyline, or if you haven't been watching the matches, now you can watch this little small promo that we put together where you can see like the way they did Rhea and
Rhea and Liv.
Yeah, you know, before the match, they kind of gave you a quick story of why this is happening from here to here. Now, boom, here we are. So that part I really liked, because on the other channel, you know, we'd have to go through commercial after commercial, you know, commercial after commercial, and during a 3 hour or 2 hour, that gets, after a while, they get kind of, you know what I'm saying, to the point to where it's like, okay, this is my time to go use the bathroom, or this is my time to fix some food right quick. But at the same time, it's like, you know what I'm saying, being able to watch your favorite show commercial free is just a whole lot better. So I really like that part. I agree with you on the first Raw of the year was like a pay-per-view. You know, it had that feeling because of the matches, and I enjoyed it. Watching, you know, taking my time being able to watch and being excited, and not, you know, and actually not being able to predict it. Because we good at, you know, old schoolers, you know, we can predict a match. You know what I'm saying? We might not predict it all the way through, but so might say that's who's gonna win it. Like, it's just the way it feels, just the way this is happening, and somebody don't run in.
Right.
This is finna be something.
Or the storylines, we like, oh yeah, we seen that storyline.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, had me kind of guessing. It was 1 or 2 matches on there that had me kind of guessing. Like, dang,
didn't see that coming.
No, this gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So on that part, SmackDown been on fire. You know what I'm saying? Loving what it's doing. You know what I'm saying? And for it to be the 3-hour show, it's entertaining. Like, it's, you know, it's fun to watch. I like watching it.
Shout out to Jacob52, man.
Shout out to Jacob52 for sure. And then
man, I heard about that promo. Like, I got to go back and finish watching it.
Oh yeah.
So I got to see part of it, but I was just like, dang, man. Like, yeah, y'all kind of, I ain't gonna say give him a microphone more often, because you don't want to water it down. But what he has to say, when he has to say it, that was what makes it important.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Like, he can cut some promos.
And it don't even have to be much. It's just more so how he say it.
It's
the delivery.
His delivery.
It's like, if you take what Cody says and give it to Jacob word for word, it's going to get hit so different just off how Jacob deliver it. And I feel like, you know, Cody, what do you want to talk about? Yeah, and KO, and yeah, I'm gonna get you. Like, come on now. It's like, we need that firecracker, that, you know.
Right.
Jacob just give you everything you want, man. So it's like, I feel like he ready.
See, that's the importance of, like, you know, we talked about previously, your heel work versus your face work. Either way it go, when you're cutting a promo, you got to get the crowd hooked in. They got to be able to, they want to sink their teeth into something. You got to be able to hook them in. And it's like, Jacob might be, you know, a heel. He aligned with Solo's bloodline. But that promo that he did, that he cut, and, you know, everybody might have been like this beforehand. Now they're kind of like,
what he say?
If you can make me put my phone down, you doing something. Yes. I shouldn't have to go to my phone and be like, what's going on Instagram, what's going on TikTok or whatever, while that show is on. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need no moments like that. Again, I would like to add, I wish they would add more of, y'all remember that promo that Cody and Roman had, where Cody was in the car, Roman was at the football field. That right there was just cinematic as hell. Like, it was just it made you excited for the match. Just to, okay, what they gonna say next? They meet at the football field. Just the top shot of the car driving down the street at night. Yeah, they need more of that.
That was dope.
But you know that with that promo, because I did go to that pay-per-view, that match delivered on that promo. It was spot on. Because I'm like, if the match didn't deliver, it would have made that promo go straight like that, man. Like, so a lot of times when you cut a fire promo, your match has to deliver as well.
Yeah, I agree. Who has been your breakout wrestler so far? Breakout person, whether young or old, far and either in any company. But who do you feel like will make a name for themselves or rename for themselves this year so far?
I mean, just like JJ was saying, you got Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that right, just that one promo, I feel like, you know, hey, if Solo went away, Jacob gonna be the man.
Gonna be the man.
You're not gonna be just like, oh man, what's Solo at, man? It's Solo.
I don't think you would miss him like that, you know. Like if Solo was go away, like I don't think nobody would really think about him that much because of Jacob. He has such a presence on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
He has such a presence in the ring. His character is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
I would say so far as for kind of new, it would be him. Maybe in as much as I don't like her, Tiffany Stratton. I'm not a fan of hers, but I believe she's gonna be a breakout star too. And one that's, you know, kind of older, that's getting his just due is Jimmy Uso.
Oh yeah. I
And
seen the match with him in on SmackDown. Him versus God, who was that?
Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes. That's it.
Yeah.
And
interfered.
yeah. But that right there showed me that different things finna happen for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because he could have easily won. I ain't gonna say easily, but he could have won that match and still got lost in the cards.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that happening, all your storyline continues.
Yes.
So I like that about my boy Jim right there. That's dope. I'm glad. It's about time too.
I'm glad they starting to take the silliness away from him, because, you know, it seemed like at one point he was like the more silly, jokey type. You know, when him and Jay was feuding or whatever, you know, he was, you know, goofy.
Yeah, he
I'm
was.
gonna just say he was just goofy.
He was.
I like the bag that he in right now. I mean, he deserve it. I'm just glad to see him and his brother back on the same page. Now, will we see them being tag team partners again? I'm sure somewhere down the line,
down
I think both of them could have their solo runs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And do it great with it. Win or lose. So.
I feel like that because them two being their own wrestler versus the New Day going sour now. They heel now. So and you know, when you think about it, at first, they were singles wrestlers, and the Usos came in as a tag team. So it's just funny how everything that kind of twisted around, you know what I mean, to the point of like, okay, in the perfect world, New Day gonna get back right, Usos gonna end up tagging back together, and we're gonna have a legendary match somewhere down the line, way on down the line, Lord will. But so stuff like that you can see happening. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, like we're saying, breakout wrestlers that you feel like might have might have a great year this year. You know what I'm saying? One for me, Tiffany Stratton girl, of course. She carried the suitcase around long enough, so it's like, okay, you know, you got to make the best out of your run.
Right.
I really like the Angelo dude. What's his name? The one that I was just talking about, Jey Uso. Carmelo. He dope. And he dope.
Yeah.
He can hold the crowd's attention, which is what I really like best about it. He got style, and he ain't scared to just bring it out. You know what I mean? As for an old school star, I would really like to see how far Jeff Jarrett gonna go in AEW. Because this year might be his last year. And right now he got this thing going on with MJF. And MJF got to go through him to get to where he want to get back to the belt.
Right.
So I hope Jeff Jarrett, I hope the old dog, you know,
that old line, hold off that young line.
Yeah, I hope he, you know what I'm saying, because MJF, you still got plenty of time. You still got time. It's just, I really hope that Jeff Jarrett get to take it, you know what I'm saying, take it pretty far. Like Sting, man.
Yeah.
Like Sting.
I would kind of like to see Jeff Jarrett beating AEW champion.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, one time.
Well, at least once. Because if he do win it, then that'll mean he done won it all the way around, right?
Pretty much.
As far as the old league.
It's like the only thing
he did no New World Japan, have he?
No, he never won the WWF title. He won the Intercontinental title.
Intercontinental title. So.
And NWA, WCW. So yeah. I mean, he got a proven track record.
So
as well.
I definitely like to see him. You know, I'm glad to see Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph.
Yeah.
Glad to see him having some gold and being able to have a run, and which you had to figure it would happen like that. I mean, as hard as worker he was, I feel like, whether he was on the bad or good side, but when he came to TNA, it's just like, okay, TNA don't have nobody like you.
I mentioned this one time, either on YouTube or Instagram or something, but I was like, Dolph Ziggler he was with the WWE at the time. I was like, he was very underutilized wrestler. And people kind of going ham on the comments about it, like, you know, no, they're not, blah, blah, like, he is way better than what they booking him.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, he's underutilized and to a degree underappreciated. And it was like, I hated when he got released because, you know, it was a shock, but I was like, nah, man, go to TNA. You know, that was my first thing because I'm like, yeah, you could go to AEW.
Don't get lost in the shuffle.
Exactly. But go to TNA, you become more of a breakout star. And it's like, dang, man, he beat Moose for the World Championship.
You know what I mean? And it's like natural. You know, like their crowd just seem more natural. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying better or whatever loud. It's just they seem more natural. Just seem like the wrestlers can accept they boos and yays.
They can just really be themselves.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Compared to, you know, AEW crowds, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen, like, they show over here, but when you look over here, and it's like, wait a second, it ain't like it's supposed to be over there. You know what I'm saying? When we went to the WWE, I'm doing like this. They everywhere up there. They everywhere. I remember. I'm like this right here. When you go to the independent show, if you can see in the top of the bleachers, and you can look, and there's people all the way down, gate, first 4 rows, that row under the basketball goal, full, over there by the entranceway. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, it's like, obviously you're gonna have a good show,
right?
And you got people standing up like in the door entrance.
Yep.
Obviously, there's somebody here they want to see, whether it's the son or the sheriff or whatever. But
Not
it make
it,
you know what I mean. But it make it dope though, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean when I say make it natural, because you know you actually got people from the city to get up. Stay from 6:30 to 10, possibly more.
Oh yeah.
I mean, sometimes. The best way I could put it, sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
Because, you know, with WWE, they're going to give you everything from top to bottom. The sounds, the looks, they're polished. Sometimes you don't need that polish. Sometimes you don't need that. And I feel like with TNA, it's giving you that feeling of, like, wow, I really love wrestling.
Yeah.
It gives you that nostalgic feel. It takes you back to that childhood, you know what I'm saying? It's a big difference.
Yeah,
not to discredit any other brands that's out there, but I get what y'all saying though. With TNA, it's just a whole different type of feeling.
And that's sort of how like NWA is, because if y'all remember NWA, WCW from when we were kids, they had that like little studio, they had a little studio audience with the ring set up, a little interview area right by the entranceway and everything, kind of like how WCW Saturday Night was. And that's how NWA is now. It's set up just like it was previously. But just like you were saying, Cooks, that crowd is loyal to that product. Because it's small, it's intimate, it's not a big old, you know.
Kind of like ECW.
And he go one, and they feel like it's ours.
Yes.
Like that's our house.
Exactly.
So that's another thing. I want to throw that in there. But I done heard fans say that at New South. I heard them say, this our shit. It's our stuff. You know what I mean?
Once you get fans that feel like that, like this is ours, they are going to be more passionate about it. They're going to turn out, they're going to cheer, they're going to boo their favorites, no matter who they are.
True.
And then the wrestlers are going to perform accordingly, because they're like, we're not going to go out here. Is every match going to be a 5-star match? Of course not. But we're not going to go out here and just give a half-hearted effort because of, you know, these fans that showed up. Like, they showed up for us, They could have went anywhere else and did anything else, but they showed up for us. So we got to show up for them.
Yeah.
And like that was a lot of when I wrestled, our mind says like you might have 50 people in the crowd, you might have 150 people in the crowd, you might have 300 in the crowd. But whoever it is, you show up for them. You know.
And then too, strong possibility that's the first time they seen you.
Yeah, exactly.
So first impression is everything. Like I'll say Michael Jackson. I mean Michael Jordan was big on that. You know, I don't care who we playing tonight. It's somebody's first time watching me.
Right.
I'm gonna give them a show. Simple as that. So.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, you really have to. It's like you said, first impressions are everything. So, what's my impression of? I want to be able to steal the show. I want, like, if y'all come see me wrestle, I want y'all to go home talking about Spade's match. I don't care what happens in any other match, but my goal is to make y'all go home talking about my match. If that's not your goal as a wrestler, then you need to go find something else to do.
That part.
So, I mean, it's just plain and simple. Like, yeah, like I said, I know every match ain't gonna be the banger, ain't gonna be the 5-star, but my goal every night that I perform was to either set the tone, if I'm first, if I'm mid-card, steal the show, if I'm main event, prove why I'm main event. Those, as far as where I was, my placement on the card, that was my mindset in each match. And a lot of times, if I was in the middle of the card, I'm stealing the show. I'm like, hey, whoever came before me, great. But whoever coming after me, y'all gonna have a hard act to follow.
Oh yeah, before we move on, I want to throw out my people I'm looking forward to as far as like breakout. I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with Kenny Omega. You know, big fan of his. Also, of course, Swerve.
Yeah.
See which direction he gonna go. Is he gonna join the Hurt the Syndicate, or is he gonna continue to feud with him? Because you know, if it's one of them things where if you can't beat him, you join him. It might be one of those type things.
I hope he join.
They're gonna do damage, and also I want to see what Aleister Black gonna do. Where's he going? Is he gonna stay with AEW, or is he gonna go somewhere else? And also Buddy Matthews, you know, basically House of Black. You
What's
know,
gonna happen with
interested
that?
in them, you know.
Well, a rumor has it that Aleister Black is going back to WWE.
Okay.
And he may re-debut in the Royal Rumble.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's been one of the rumors floating around the internet.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
I heard the first part, but I didn't know the second part.
Yeah.
dope.
And Buddy Matthews being interesting because, you know, he's married to Rhea Ripley in real life. So I'm like, that would be real interesting too.
So what's his contract right now? Is this up in the air right now, or
which ones?
Buddy Matthews?
I want to say his might be, if it's not up, it's coming up.
Yeah, and Alice's is like
Alice's
is up.
Yeah.
Okay.
His is up
Because they've been working together so long to where they don't really need to break apart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The big dude it's like a bonus.
He been on a single run lately though, haven't he? What's his name?
They big man. They big man.
Not Wardlow.
No.
I'm trying to think of his name too.
House of Black. Cause Shorty, she's been on her singles run. I forgot her name too.
I'm finna fact check this bug too.
He more of like a bonus. He can go off to his own and stay with him, either or. But when it comes to Bud and Mal, Malachi, I feel like you know.
That's his name, Malachi Black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why I say Aleister Black? Aleister Black.
Same
That's the
person.
same person.
Okay.
That was his WWE name.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Brody King. What you talking about?
So he been on his run. He been beating
which he can be all right. Like he don't need no squad.
And what's the girl that was with them?
Julia Hart.
There you go. Yeah, she got that wild theme song.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying.
Type stuff.
So that's how that's looking. And let me see. What you thoughts on the Chelsea? The green girl winning the Intercontinental Women's
the United States.
The United States Women's better because they got an IC one for the women's too, right?
Yeah,
but that's gonna be Raw.
That already been determined. That was on this past Raw.
Okay, so but that's the Raw belt.
Lyra Valkyria, is the women's Intercontinental champion,
and the US
Chelsea
title
Green is the United States women's US champion.
Okay,
you know, I was like, it came down to Mia Yim and Chelsea Green, which I kind of called it. I wanted Mia to win. I ain't gonna lie, but I was like, you know, I think it'd be better for Chelsea to win it.
Marketing.
Because I love Chelsea's character.
Yeah.
And she can work.
Yeah, she can work.
And I'm like, just, you know, like Chelsea, watching her promos, her just, you know, her expressions and everything, she makes me laugh, so she entertains me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, it's so funny. Like, that she found her niche in WWE. She's not lost in the shuffle. And she's put in the work. You know, they might have had other wrestlers go over on her, but it's like now she got her rewarded just do it. I'm like, you couldn't have, to me, either one of them choices you couldn't have went wrong with. You know, and I'm like, even though I wanted Mia to win, I'm satisfied with Chelsea winning it because I was like, man, she's such a, you know, good character. Yeah. And I watched, I saw it the other night. It was a match that she had with Penta on the Independent. Like, if y'all can find it,
for real?
Look it up because I'm like, it's sick. It's like a death match.
She had a match with Penta?
She had a match with Penta, yes.
Wow.
And Io Sky has one with them as well.
Now I can see Io Sky
because she been doing it. She done that before though, right? Io Sky.
But for her to have one,
Chelsea had one with Penta too, man. It like I might have sent it to you on Instagram.
I'm about to see that.
But I
mean, bloody.
It was violent. Yeah, it was bloody too.
Well, that match, gonna be blood.
It was bloody, but it was violent. Like, man, Chelsea done been in matches where she been in a crimson mask. Man.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like Britt Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she.
Matter of fact, before Britt Baker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she been in there so long, I can actually say before Becky.
I think so.
Remember when Becky got hit in the nose and then she went up in the stands? Like, hers came. The only somebody else I can remember, like, Austin had the most memorable one.
Right.
And then, of course, like, you know, somebody overblading themselves.
Ric Flair.
You know what I'm saying? Ric Flair.
Shawn Michaels, too.
Shawn Mike. Yeah. I seen one, basically, you know, Finn.
Yeah.
When Cookz was coming at him with the ladder, he didn't.
And he said it went through his fingers.
Yeah.
And it.
I didn't realize that. Like, I thought he had overbladed. But
he got that, as we say in the business, he got opened up the hard way.
The hard way. Yeah. Which is basically manual. Manually hit me with this thing and break my skin.
Not by choice.
Not by choice. Because when I seen how it was dripping, drip, and I was like, whoa, he bleeding pretty good right there.
But he had the face paint on too still.
Yeah.
It was still.
So you couldn't see. I couldn't.
Until he said he leaned over and it was just.
I was like, wow. Drip.
Chris and I watched it on watching WrestleMania. We were watching that live when we seen it. I'm like, the camera panned away real quick, you know, afterwards. And I was like, they didn't move. I said, Finn got busted open. She's like, it looks like it. Then we saw a referee checking on him. You see, like, right here, somewhere up here in his head, because it wasn't like here. It was somewhere up here.
In his head.
And that dude, I think he had to get, like, staples put in. You know.
What did he say on the T-shirt? I mean,
14. 14.
Sheesh.
That's a lot of.
Can you imagine that?
No, I wouldn't want to. Shoot, no, I wouldn't want to.
The throwing bloody faces too. I got throwing Swerve in there too. That Hangman match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I watched
Swerve,
it. Watched it.
Bleeding.
He took a lot of. You know what I mean.
Swerve,
and then it was crazy. You know what I mean. When you look at Mankind, he just took some with Mick Foley,
staples and
you know what I mean. But I ain't never seen him with a full crimson mask though.
Yeah.
I've seen.
I can't remember
when he was Cactus.
Yeah.
Not Cactus. Yeah.
Cactus definitely.
Yeah.
Mankind and
Dude Love.
He didn't really do that much as Mankind and Dude Love.
I know he had the mask on, but still though.
But Cactus Jack and his Mick Foley persona, I've seen him bleed pretty profusely.
They stayed in it.
Terry Funk bled too.
Terry Funk bled a lot.
Yeah. Too much. But yeah.
God rest his soul.
Yes, sir.
I love Terry Funk.
Rest in power.
Terry Funk. I'll take New Jack too. One more New Jack. New Jack used to bleed a lot too.
Yeah, ECW bled. ECW just bled. That's what they did.
Yo, man, speaking of New Jack, meeting New Jack was an experience.
Was
it everything you would expect? Just off of him.
Yeah. And when I say that like that, I mean kind of like scary as hell. He didn't disappoint.
For real.
New Jack did not disappoint. God rest his soul too, but he did not disappoint. Like that dude was. The first time I met him, I was training. I wasn't wrestling yet, and I was security. So he come to our federation, and we doing a promo, blah blah. So then he comes back the second time, and he wanted to wrestle. He wrestles our champion at the time. Our champion, this is kind of the political part of wrestling. Because I'm like, nobody wins or loses. I get that. Mm-hmm. But our champion didn't want him to, win the championship. Mm-hmm. He wanted him to, win by disqualification, blah, blah, because he thought New Jack was going to take off with the belt. And New Jack was like, nah, man, just let me win it, and, the next show I'll drop it. So New Jack got wind that our champion at the time still did not want to drop it. He was like, well, F it. If he don't want to do business, I'm gonna make him do business. So he gets in, they get into a match, and I mean it's violent, it's bloody, and if anybody knew New Jack from ECW, his music gonna play the whole match. Man, I'm like, that music is playing, and the referee, I'm security, the referee sends me commotion for me, go tell him to cut the music off. I can't hear nothing, blah blah. And I'm still green, so I don't know what to do. Well, okay, the referee is kind of a veteran. So I went back there, and my promoter was like, this is New Jack, we don't cut music off. So I go back out to the ring, I tell the referee, they ain't cutting the music off because you going to have to deal with it. He was like, well, I can't hear nothing. I said, you want to deal with them or you want to deal with New Jack?
Yeah.
Nothing more said. So New Jack won the match. He won the championship. And I don't know where in the world a beer came from, but I just happened to pick it up. And I just gave it to her, right? That joker pulled me back in the ring, opened the beer, toasted one. He was like, somebody else got another one. Somebody else threw him a beer like Stone Cold. So I'm in the ring drinking a beer with New Jack.
That's dope.
It was funny. So the second time when he came back to drop the title was great. But it was also scary because New Jack came back kind of working as a heel. Mm-hmm. And like I said previously, I was the only black wrestler when I started. The crowd was majority white, but there was some black people there too. And they come to see him and everything, and New Jack just goes balls to the wall. I ain't gonna necessarily say off script, but being New Jack. Mm-hmm. And he starts just dog cussing this old couple in the front row. And they looking at him and blah, blah. They cussed him back and everything. And he's like, so what y'all want to do? What y'all want to do? So I'm still security. And on the other side of the ring, this young guy, he starts giving New Jack flack. He's just shooting off in the mouth. And I believe he might have been drunk. I know he was talking a lot of trash. So I go over to him. And I said, sit your ass down before you get killed in here. And he keeps on talking trash. I'm like, and I point back to him, I said, he got 8 justifiable homicides to his name. Mm-hmm. 8 justifiable homicides, do you hear me? I'm like, he had 9, that ain't on me. So dude still get we didn't have no guardrail, we just had a little security rope.
That ain't protecting nothing.
Thank you. And so I got my arm stretched out like this in case he was trying to want to jump stupid, I can just wrap him up. And I'm praying to God New Jack don't hear this man, right? Mm. So somebody gets out of the ring. I feel this small round buzz right here in the center of my back. And I'm praying please don't be New Jack. And I look over my shoulder like this, and it was him. I'm like, oh my God. Now I was 22 3 years old at the time. I lifted weights, I ate right or whatever. So I was like the heaviest I ever been is like 187 pounds. And I had like 4% body fat. I was almost all muscle. New Jack picked me up like a small child, moved me over like this, and then took a step up. I looked at dude and said, "You on your own."
Dang.
And I walk off.
At that moment, it's nothing more you can do.
Nope.
You can do.
Ain't nothing more I was gonna do, because I'm like, if New Jack mess him up, hey, that's on him. Now I'm like, I wasn't gonna let nobody jump New Jack, that's for sure.
That part, yeah.
But I knew Jack could hold his own. So, dude keep on jaw jacking and blah blah. Finally, the other security guard come over and we make him sit down. Like you either sit down, you have to leave. So Jack gets back in the ring and dude still talking trash to him. Jack said, "Why don't you be a man and quit hiding behind your skirt?" Cause dude was like hiding behind his girl like this, talking trash to him. He's like, "Quit hiding behind your skirt and be a man and come say it to my face." And so it was like a whole debacle, man, that night. I was like, just please let everybody make it out all right.
Yeah.
So after the show is over with, I'm walking New Jack out to his car. Somebody said, dude outside the parking lot got a baseball bat. New Jack said, he got a what? He said, he got a baseball bat. What the he gonna do with that? Guess he trying to use it on you. Oh, shit. That was his exact word. New Jack walks out. What is MF at? Blah, blah. He just going off on him. He like, watch this, y'all. So he starts like cutting a promo on dude. Then he come back and mess with us. Man, why is he taking it so personal? He go jaw jack to him again. Don't even know I'm just playing. He goes back and jaw jack to him again. I don't know what's wrong with this cat, man. He can't take a joke, can he?
Right.
It was like he talking trash to the dude and coming back to us.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it really
Split
is.
personality type.
Pretty much. So,
Good.
so, dude told him again, like saying something. Dude J said the same thing, like, man, look, your girl ain't gonna save you today. You come over here, your ass is mine. So she made it, although his girlfriend finally, she got sick of it, she made him get in the car and they just leave. And New Jack gets in the car, he said, I'm gonna go back to my $300 night hotel room. I'm gonna get high. I'm gonna keep it PG, bang my fine white chick, except he said something else.
I know what he said.
And then I'm gonna go to sleep. So my homeboy Goat Man was like, yo, New Jack, what's up with the strip club? New Jack gets out of the car. You wanna go? You wanna go? Shit, man, we'll go right now. Nah, I'm cool. I'm like, man, ain't nobody gonna survive no strip club trip with New Jack.
Man, no.
Because at that point, he's not acting.
No.
That's him.
That's him.
That's really him.
That's him.
That's him. So I'm like, so yeah, so saying New Jack, that brought that back to my memory. I was like,
That's a good story. Too,
some
man.
of the stuff
That's a great memory.
that happens in independent wrestlers, like, oh my goodness, like, that really happened. Yeah, that really happened.
Yeah.